Alright. Hello everyone. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I'm Freodore, designer of NIJISANJI EN's 11th unit by the beat. Yahoo! Yahoo yahoo! おはようございます。NIJISANJI EN 所属 by the beat のビジュアルセンスがこだわりのデザイナー、Freodore です。Seems like once again, the chat screen isn't moving, huh? またチャット画面動いてないんだな。Let's see. Okay. Like I refresh, but it doesn't move. So it's kind of weird, huh? What if I do this? こうしたらどう? Nope, it's not moving at all. Usually if I refresh it, it's fine though. Oh! It's moving, it's moving. It's kinda late, but it's moving, okay. 動いてる、動いてる。ちょっと遅いけどね。Let me refresh once again. Alright, there you go. Yeah, hi everyone, hello. We're back here for another coffee Zatsu. It's been a while since we do iced coffee, but I mentioned that I was going to do one, and the weather right now is pretty good for a nice chill drink, so we're going to be brewing iced coffee with a new recipe after a while. A pretty good while since we last did it, so. It's gonna be interesting. そうですね、今日は久しぶりにアイスコーヒーを入れてみますね。新しいレシピでも抽出するから楽しみにしてるよね。I would like to be maybe a little bit more chill about it, but I don't want my ice to melt, so I think this time maybe it's better if we go ahead and start out with the brewing process. そうですね、いつもより、アイスを溶けないため、じゃ、さっさとコーヒー入れましょうかな。Let me introduce the recipe that we're going to be doing today. じゃあ、今日のレシピを紹介してみますね。Let's see. Quiero café, pero me da ansiedad. Si es café de especialidad, hay descafeinados muy buenos, recomendados. So, we're gonna be using the Origami Air M brewer. This is my favorite brewer at the moment, so that's the dripper we're gonna be using. This recipe is not one of my own. It's been a while since I just directly used another recipe, but this recipe is from a chain of specialty coffee stores in Japan known as Kuraso. I think their main store is based in Kyoto, but there's a few in Japan, and I think there's a few in Thailand also. So this is their origami iced recipe. And for the filters, we're actually using a new type of filter. This is the origami wave paper filter. They are flat bottom wave filters. I've been using the Kalita filters when it comes to flat bottom this whole time, but Kalita filters are pretty slow. They are pretty slow, so compared to those, the origami wave filters, not only are they made to fit exactly in the origami, but they are pretty fast. They're significantly faster than the Kalita wave filters, and I have been pretty happy with them so far. I like using them whenever I want a sweeter and rounder cup compared to like a bright and acidity forward cup. And we're gonna be going for a pretty balanced cup this time because it's iced coffee, so we're gonna be using the wave filter and the Comandante today. Usually, in fact, this recipe as written on the website actually mentions that you can use both conical filters or wave filters, but they recommend using cone filters for blends and wave filters for single origin. So since we're doing single origin and we're going for a rounder, more balanced cup, we're gonna be going for the wave filters, okay? So the coffees for today, they're called El Paraíso Roasty by Hydrangea Coffee. I chose this coffee because I felt that the floral qualities of it would suit iced coffee pretty well, and also, but most importantly, because it's the only bag of coffee that I have left at the moment. I am waiting on approximately 6 bags of coffee for them to arrive, but right now, this is the only one that I have left. I've been drinking all of them, and I've been drinking this one hot, and it's pretty nice. I still haven't mastered the recipe for it in hot, but I've been playing around with it. It's a washed coffee, or a fermented semi-washed coffee from Colombia. It's a Castillo variety ultralight bean, and it has notes of roasty, oolong, and cantaloupe. By fermented semi-wash, it means that it's an anaerobic fermented coffee. Basically, it's fermented without oxygen, and it's washed with a finish of a thermal shock process. So when it's doing the washing process, where it's done with hot and cold water interchangeably to bring out the bright and fruity qualities of these beans. Yeah, I'm waiting on 6 bags because 2 of those bags are actually coming from Europe, so they're gonna be taking a while to arrive. So, as for the beans, we're gonna be doing 13 grams. We're gonna be doing 140 grams of water at 91 degrees Celsius. We're doing 150 grams of ice. However, you can feel free to add more or less depending on your taste. And since we're going for a more rounded cup profile, body profile, we're going to be using the Comandante C40 at a medium grind of 25 clicks. This should be around like 600, 700 microns. The recipe is pretty simple. We're going to be pouring until 40 grams. After 40 seconds, we're going to be pouring until 90 grams. And then at 1 minute and 20 seconds, we're going to be pouring the rest of the water until 140 grams. We're going to let that drip, swirl with the ice, and then that should be it. Alright, briefly I'm going to be explaining the same in Japanese, and then we can go ahead and brew, okay? じゃあ少しだけ日本語でも説明していきます。でね、今回はいつも通りの折り紙 Air M ドリッパー使ってみますね。今回はクラスの折り紙アイスコーヒーのレシピで入れてみます。初めて入れるから楽しみにしてみますね。My mouse died right here. マウスのバッテリーが死んだ。Let me connect that real quick. Alright. 今回は新しいフィルター使ってるよね。借りたウェーブじゃなくて、折り紙のウェーブフィルター使うよね。借りたウェーブは結構いいけど、なんか流すの速度が結構遅いよね。僕は普通になんか速いフィルターが好きだから、折り紙ウェーブフィルターを購入して、なんか最近の結果が結構気に入ってますね。なんか酸味高くてなんかクリアのカップじゃなくてもっとなんかバランスがあって甘いコーヒー飲みたいときに普通になんか塩水型じゃなくてウェーブ型のフィルターを使ってみますね。今日の豆はハイドレンジャーコーヒーのエルパレイソロースティーコーヒーですね。これはコロンビア品種のコーヒー、そして種類はカスティーヨ。このプロセスは、発酵されるのセマイウォッシュドですね。これは、アナエロビックの、プロセスウォッシュドコーヒーだけど、最後のステップで、サーマルショックのプロセスも、入ったから、なんか普通のウォッシュドよりもっとなんか、発酵されてますよね。味わいは、ロースティー、ウーロン、そして、キャンタロップ。キャンタロップは、メロンの種類ですね。カンタロップかな？はい、キャンタロップね。日本語で。OK。豆は、13グラム。お湯は140グラム。91度で。そして、氷が150グラムですね。まあ、人によって、 氷をなんかもっと使えるのは大丈夫ですね。結構なんかバランスのコーヒーが欲しいから、今回はコマンダンテ C40 をなんか25クリックでいきますよね。結構なんかメディアムの低めでね。そしてレシピは結構簡単だしね。最初の蒸らしは40グラムまで注ぎます。40秒で、90グラムまで注いで、あとで1分20秒で140秒まで注ぎます。あとで氷とぐるぐるして完成です。よし Alright. We finished explaining, so thank you so much for your patience. How about we start the ASMR section of the stream before the ice melts any further? I kind of prepared ahead of time and served 200 grams of ice instead of 150 because I assumed that a little bit was gonna melt while I explained, so let's give it a go. 実は絶対に少しだけなんか氷が溶けると思ってたから140グラムまで150グラムじゃなくて200グラムを準備してましたね。よし。Let's see. Change the microphone settings. Alright, so first of all, what we're gonna do, we're gonna be rinsing. We're gonna be measuring 15 grams of this coffee. So let me turn off the filters. You should be able to hear the surroundings of my room a little bit better. 部屋の周りをもっと聞こえるようになったね。We're gonna be doing 13 grams this time, not 15. So it's a smaller ratio than before. Or a smaller amount of just dose, I guess. 今回は15じゃなくて13グラム使いますね。Wait, is this accurate? Okay, we have 9 grams here. 11. 14.5. Let me get a little bit more away. Yes. We don't have a Mr. Crow today, thankfully. Well, I don't know. Thankfully, he made good company, right? But we don't have our Mr. Crow interrupting us today. 今回はカラスさんがいないよね。El cuervo Kuno no está presente el día de hoy para acompañarnos, ¿verdad? So spray some water on the beans for reducing static. And now we're going to be setting the Comandante to 25 clicks. It's been a while, so I'm going to have to set it from the beginning. 久しぶりにコマンダント設定してないから25クリックまで設定しますね。So, let's do that. Okay, so we're at 0. 今は0ですね。Alright. 10. 20. 25. よいしょ。It's time to grind. It's time to grind our beans. じゃあ豆引きましょうか。 Yeah, usually the Comandante takes a little bit more time than the CP6, and this is also a medium grind, so it's gonna be taking longer, but pretty smooth grind overall. 結構スムースだったね。でね、CP6 より、セット P6 より結構少しだけ遅いだけど、今回はまあ25クリックだから。Alright, next we're gonna be rinsing the paper filter. Make sure to do that not over the carafe with the ice because you'll melt the ice, but I usually do not do this. I usually do not really rinse my paper filters, but this is part of the recipe, and also I noticed that this does help the pouring process easier because it helps the paper get to the corners of the origami. But yeah, we're just following what the recipe says. そうですね、今回は、フィルターを洗いますね。僕は普通にしないけど、洗わないけど、まあ、いらないと思うから。でも、レシピを続けるから、じゃあ、こうしてるよね。そして、特になんかウェブフィルターの形や、なんか、洗ったら、もっと、なんか、注ぐのもっと簡単になるから。Yes, yeah. All right. So we're going to be pouring our coffee onto the dripper, 13 grams. And before our ice melts anymore, we're going to go. じゃあ、氷をもっと溶ける、溶けないために、抽出して、抽出しましょうか。よし。So we're going to be pouring 40 grams. Make sure all the beans are soaked in the water. And we're going to be waiting until 40 seconds. 40秒まで待ちますね。Right now the dripping is pretty quiet, but Alright, 40 seconds, so we're gonna be pouring on till 90 grams this time. じゃあ、90 grams まで注ぎます。We don't need to pour with a lot of agitation, just from a decent distance to get a balanced extraction. なんかいっぱい大量起きなくてもいいけど、まあ少しだけ距離があって重いよね。Now we wait until 20 seconds. 1 minute and 20 seconds. まああと10秒。Alright, so it's gonna be 1 minute and 20. We pour until 140 grams. じゃあ140秒まで。There you go. Pretty easy, right? 結構簡単ですね。I did 25 clicks, but I think we could even get away with maybe doing 23 or 22 if you want a stronger taste. But yeah, 完成しました。We're done with the pouring. So let's just get the dripper away. And now all we have to do is we are going to be swirling the carafe to make sure the ice melts with the coffee. I'm just going to put things away. ちょっと片付けしますよね。OK。じゃあ、カラフェをぐるぐるします。氷を溶けるためにね。It's been a while, right? 久しぶりですね。You can also use a spoon If you don't wanna swirl it yourself. スプーンでもう攪拌するのもいいよね。Do you usually prefer ice or hot coffee? I prefer hot coffee myself. Alright. Not all the ice has melted, but the coffee is cold now, so I think we're ready. Depending on preference, it's also okay to put some more ice on the cup you're gonna be drinking from, but I'm not gonna be doing that. 人によって、まあ人にそれぞれだけど、カップにも氷をつけてもいいよね。Alright. もうコーヒーは結構冷たいから、じゃあ。We are done! 完成しました。Alright. This time I'm not gonna be slurping. I'm not gonna be doing loud noises. There's no need when it's iced coffee, so you guys are spared today. そうですね、今回はアイスコーヒーだから、うるさく飲めないよね。For hot coffee, do you process directly into your drinking mug or into a carafe? First, I always do into a carafe. It helps release the aromas and cool down the coffee better. Alright, let's give it a go. じゃあ、味わってみようか。Provecho, gracias. いただきます。Oh, that's refreshing. 爽やかですね。This is nice. いい感じだ、いい感じ。Let me bring back the music and I can describe the coffee a little bit more. Alright, hi, my mic should be back to normal. マイクはもっと普通になったね。So, based on the qualities of this coffee, right? Not to mention this is also an ultra light. So, this is not the type of iced coffee that you're going to expect like a very punchy, very strong flavor. This is a very subtle, floral and aromatic light roast, right? Even when it's hot. So when it's prepared this way cold, the initial flavor isn't that strong, right? I feel like you get a very like black tea, maybe I don't know if oolong is the way to describe it, but you get like a very tea-like floral taste at first, and then the aftertaste that leaves, that remains on you after drinking is very like it's slightly sweet, melon-like, and then you get a little bit more of a, I feel like the roast kind of aroma just stays with you, and the body is kind of like a black tea. I think the oolong is mostly like the body, and I think it transitions from the initial florality of the rose. You get a little bit of like the roastiness, black tea vibe of like of the oolong, and then for the aftertaste, it's a bit sweet. It's a bit sweet melon-like, but I feel like the roast comes back and it stays with you. So if you want a kind of smooth, not too strong, not too punchy, but still more on the floral and fruitier side compared to like a very sweet chocolatey caramelly side, this is pretty nice. It's not bitter at all either. It's not very bitter. Yeah, that is pretty nice. けどそうですね、まあやっぱり今このウルトラライトが結構なんか強いな味より結構なんか優しい感じがあるよね。最初は結構なんかフローラルな感じがあるけど、 真ん中で少しなんか紅茶みたいな感じやるよね。だから多分ウーロン書いてもらってるかな。なんか後味でちょっとなんか甘さもバラの香りを残るよね。だからそんなになんか強いキャップより結構なんか優しいフローラルな感じが欲しいならこれは完璧かな。Super refreshing. I think right now it's not super hot over here, thankfully. Let's see. Yeah, right now we're actually at I mean this is hot for me. We're at 21 degrees Celsius. So it's not that bad. This is pretty hot for me, but I think if for anyone that's like around 25 plus, this just hits the spot perfectly. そうだね、今日はそんなになんか暑くないけど、多分20度ぐらいですね。まあ、僕にとって20度はまだ暑いだけど、多分25以上の場所で、これは結構ぴったりですね。¿Sabes es frío? No. Frío es ya cuando estás como a 3 grados, ¿no? 3, 5 grados. But yeah, this recipe is so simple that this might... I mean, maybe I'm speaking too soon, but this is just my first impressions because I don't really have a set iced coffee recipe. It's been a while since I do iced coffee. But this recipe is not bad at all. I think the dose is just fine. Like, it's a good amount of water for like a single cup. And it's pretty simple, right? 3 pours. I always do 3 pours nowadays. Sometimes I do 2 pours. I've been experimenting with recipes, honestly. Trying to get the most, because these ultra light beans, I feel like they are a little bit harder for me to dial in than the normal light roasts. I feel like I'm still missing something to unlock. So I've been experimenting more lately. But I think so far this could end up just being my go-to iced coffee recipe. If I want something easy that I don't have to think too much about. そうですね、多分これは最初の印象だけど、このアイスコーヒーレシピは結構覚えやすいから、そして最近あまりアイスコーヒー入れてないし、じゃあまた今度アイスコーヒー入れたかったらこのレシピでなんかこのレシピは結構よく使えばいいんじゃない？だって中寿回数が3だから僕の普通のレシピと同じですね。Do you like ultralight better than regular light? I think it depends on the coffee beans. I do like ultralights a lot though. Say Coffee is probably my favorite roaster, and they do ultralight or Nordic style. So, but it's gonna depend on the bean, right? There's some ultralights that I didn't like as much. There's some lights and medium lights. I actually ordered some medium lights as well. The beans from Europe that I ordered are medium lights. So those are gonna be interesting as well. But yeah, it really depends on the bean. But yeah, the roasting profile, I think the most developed I will go is mostly like medium light. I don't even go medium anymore. そうね、お気に入りのバイゼンですね。まあ、やっぱりなんか、ライト、なんか浅入りとウルトラライトが好きだよね。まあ、豆によるけど、一番暗い飲んでる豆は多分なんか、ミディアムライトかな。ミディアム以上はあんまり入れてないよね、最近。折り紙とリッパー買ってくる。結構おすすめですよね。だって、いろんなフィルター使えるから。円錐型とウェーブ型ですね。初心者ならウェーブ型がおすすめだ。Yeah, no, I keep talking about the origami all the time, but I do I think I can confidently recommend it for beginners. It's a bit pricey, but it's pretty. It has a very pretty shape. But one reason I feel like I can recommend it is because of the variety that of filters you can use. You can use conical shaped filters, and then you can use wave filters or flat bottom filters. And like if I'm honest, more than the dripper itself, the filters make more of a difference because the filters control how fast the water flows, and that affects the extraction more than the shape of the dripper. So I feel like more than buying a lot of drippers or feeling, I feel like maybe my V60, my Switch, or my Kalita, my origami is not enough. I would recommend experimenting with more filters before buying another dripper. And when it comes to beginners also, I think I can recommend wave filters over the cone filters. Because of the way the water flows. The wave filters are really forgiving when it comes to pouring technique. And it's a good way of reducing bypass, so I think it's way easier to get a nice cup. Even if you don't get the origami, if you have to choose between a V60 or a Kalita, or just any flat bottom dripper, I would probably say if you're a beginner, go with the Kalita. Or get a Haru switch and then don't worry about pouring technique at all. The filters make dripper cleanup easier too. I mean, you always have to use a filter, right? So it does help cleaning because you can just remove the filter with the grounds. B6 で満足してるから折り紙買おうか迷ってる。まあB60 は結構立派なドリッパーだからね。そして結構昔だから、昔のドリッパーだから、今まで人気だとなんかいい照明ですね。興味あるなら、じゃあ、早いか遅いフィルターで、研究できるよね。But yeah, no, I mean, if you're satisfied with whatever dripper you have, if it's a B60, if it's a Kalita, if it's a Switch, there's no need to like go purchase the origami either, though. It's better to save the money and buy more beans instead. That's something I have to remind myself. There was like the Amazon Prime Day sales, right? And I saw the Hario V60, the Hario V60 Neo. It was on sale, and I was like, do I want to buy it? Do I need it? I absolutely do not need it. The origami is already it's significantly faster than the V60. And the thing about the V60 Neo is that it's faster than the V60, right? It has less bypass and has a slightly different like spiral pattern inside. But yeah, no, I managed to control myself and instead I bought more coffee. いや、そうですね。まあ、やっぱりなんかドリッパーよ、いや、ギアを買うより、もっと豆を買った方がいいよね。さっき、なんかプライムのセールがあったし、V60 ネオを、セールがあったって気づいたけど、まあ、やっぱりいらないよね。だって、V60 と比べたら、V60 ネオの方が、速くて、多分、なんかコフィはもっとなんか透明感が上がるかもしれないよね。でも、折り紙も V60 より速くて、そしてフィルターでいろいろ使えるから、まあ、やっぱりいらないよね。持ってるギアのもっとうまくて方がいいと思うね。だから、買わなくてもっとコフィ購入したよね。I do keep hearing really good things of the B60 Neo on combination with the Switch because you can combine it with the Switch base, and I heard that's really popular. I was watching the videos of the World Brewers Cup that happened this year. It happened over these past few days actually. I believe the winner this year it was from Malaysia. So congratulations to the barista from Malaysia that won the world tournament today. I mean, this week. And I saw a lot of people with the V60 Neo in combination with the Switch. That was what a lot of people were using. そうですね、ネオとスイッチを混ぜるの結構よく見てるよね。最近なんか世界大会を見てて、なんか今週の世界大会ですね。いろんななんか B60 ネオとスイッチのコンボを使ってるバリスタがいたね。今年はチャンピオンがマレーシアのバリスタだったね。There was also a very interesting coincidence that I noticed while watching the Brewers Cup, and there were like 3 or 4 origami users, and the origami users were from Chile. They were from, I think there was another one from Peru. And I forgot if there was I think there was one from, a contestant from Mexico, but I don't remember if he was using the origami or not, but I just remember like, wow, the Latin American contestants are like the origami. That's cool.そうですね、なんか、あれが気づいたね。折り紙使ったの、バリスタが結構なんか、ペルー、チレ、メキシコのバリスタは、使ってたかな覚えてないけど、多分エクアドルのバリスタも使ってたんよね。じゃあ、ラテンアメリカのバリスタが結構気に入ってるかな折り紙は。僕は嬉しかったね。It might be like, I don't know. It's always cool when you see people using the gear you use. So it's kind of like, oh wow, that's the gear, that's the origami I use. Those are the filters I use. Of course, they are using completely like optimized water and coffee blends and temperatures and stuff. So it's nothing close to what I'm doing, but hey, it's the origami. Origami user. Makes it sound cool, like you're willing it. Which dripper do you main? I'm an origami main. I'm a Hario Switch main. It sounds cooler like that, right? Like it's a fighting game tournament or something. Let me check what the Mexican barista was using. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the Latin American baristas got to the finals though. 残念だけど、ラテンアメリカのバリスタがファイナルにできなかったね。 Oh, by the way, all the World Brewers Cup. Oh yeah, the Carlos Juarez from Mexico was also using the origami, but he was using the porcelain version instead of the plastic version. 確かにメキシコのバリスタが折り紙使ってたけどポーセレンの折り紙使ってたよね。プラスティックじゃなくて。But yeah, if you guys look up World Coffee Championships, you can look up the videos of the contestants. The expositions are really cool. And there's also like different categories. There's the one for like coffee and good spirits, which is coffee with alcoholic drinks like cocktails. There's the Barista World Cup, which is for like milk drinks and lattes, for example. And there's also the one for Turkish coffee, which I mean, I'm not that familiar with Turkish coffee, but it's a completely different world, right? That's pretty cool. There's also YouTube で World Coffee Championship で調べたらみんなのコンクール動画を見えるよね。いろんななんかカテゴリーもあるよね、種類。ブラックコーヒーはBrewers Cup だけど、バリスタカップはなんかミルクドリンクですよね。Coffee and Good Spirits はなんかコクテルみたいなアルコールドリンクですね。そしてトルコのコーヒーのカテゴリーもある。Do you plan to try Turkish coffee in the future? I would like to try authentic Turkish coffees one day. That would be great. Toruko coffee はちゃんといつか味わってみたいよね。Do you like Americanos? Apparently they're really popular in South Korea, and I heard they're popular in Japan too. I like them, but I'll take iced pour over anytime. Like the one I prepared today. アメリカの好きだけど、普通になんかハンドドリップの方が好きだよね。Speaking of strong coffee, I don't think I ever talked about this, but or did I? I don't remember anymore. But I did have the opportunity to try Vietnamese coffee a while ago. And it was nice. It was really strong though. I don't remember if I talked about this. これは話したかな覚えてないけど、ベトナムのコーヒーを味わってみるの機会があったよね。How was it? It was very sweet, but it was very strong also, but it was nice. Yeah, with condensed milk, it was very sweet, but it was pretty balanced because the coffee is really strong also. I don't think it's something that I would drink a lot myself, but it was nice while I was drinking. I had it with they put tapioca in it also. I think the traditional one doesn't, but this place that I was at, they put tapioca in it. It was nice. でそうですね、甘くて強かったね。結構苦かったけど、まあ美味しかったね。多分いっぱい飲まないかもしれないけど、まあその時に美味しかったね、普通に。そしてタピオカもつけてもらった。Usually say coffee doesn't affect you much. Did you think it affected you that time? Nah, it didn't. Caffeine is not that doesn't give me any strong effects. Yeah, Thai tea is nice also. I like Thai tea. ¿Cuál es el que más te gusta? ¿Te gusta más que sea amargo? A mí me gustan los cafés con un buen nivel de acidez. Me gustan que tengan un cuerpo medio ligero. Y me gustan mucho las notas frutales, las notas florales. Dulces también, pero últimamente me voy más hacia lo ácido y lo floral. Ácido, floral y frutal más que lo dulce y tostado. tea also doesn't really work on you. Tea is stronger than coffee usually, but yeah, I mean, not really, not that much. I drink tea and coffee for enjoyment. As for espresso, I like espresso, but I like pour over a lot more. Usually espresso is like for milk drinks, it's nice, but every now and then. But black coffee, black hand drip coffee is my favorite. エスプレッソも好きだけど、特になんかミルクドリンクでもまあやっぱりハンドドリップがいい。ハンドドリップしか勝たんですね。Coffee with butter? I'm not a fan. I think people do it for like the energy because it's like healthy fats, but not a fan. バターとコーヒーですね。やっぱりあんまり気に入らないかもな。I think it was called like, was it called bulletproof coffee? It was very popular like around, was it 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 years ago? It used to be pretty popular, but I don't really see it as much anymore. 多分10年前ぐらいになんか結構気に入ってたよね。なんか bulletproof coffee って言ってた。って呼んでた。けどなんか味よりいただいとね、ちゃんとなんかエナジー取るためになんかバターをつけた。That's pretty nice. Caramel chocolatey coffee is okay, but I lean more towards the fruity floral high acidity cups. But caramel chocolatey is nice also. I actually have some bags that are more leaning towards that side coming soon. I want to try them out. I did mention, right? I have 6 bags of coffee waiting for me. I am really excited. I think I'll start receiving the first 2 next week. Pretty excited. Pretty excited about one in particular because of it's a pretty fancy one. I also ordered 2 small doses of a really like specialty roaster that's pretty popular. It's kind of expensive, but I kind of wanted to try them out, and I believe those 2 are from Africa, from African countries, and then the European ones are more sweeter. I'll probably introduce them later, but yeah, we'll see. そうですね、待ってるのコーヒー豆をもうロックですね。多分来週は2個届きそうだけど、後でなんかアフリカの購入コーヒーも届きそうから、あれを楽しみにしてるよね。そしてヨーロッパから注文したのコーヒーはもっと甘くて楽しみにしてるよね。Usually all the coffee I order is from different origins, but it's roasted and close to my area because of shipping. So This time it's gonna be the first time that I can order something that's actually roasted in Europe. So that's gonna be cool. そうですね、普通になんか、いろんな品種のコーヒーを注文してるけど、バイセンならまあ結構近いのお店でバイセンされてるよね。だから今回は初めて、ヨーロッパからのバイセン、ヨーロッパのバイセンの豆を注文できて楽しみにしてるよね。This is Frio's Oshikatsu. This is Frio's. This is my hobby, right? This is my. This is my main hobby, pretty much, yeah. まあやっぱりこれは僕の趣味ですね。There's a reason why, like, we're gonna be getting like to 50 coffee Zatsu soon already. そうですね。そろそろコフィー雑談が50回が近くなってるから、まあやっぱりコーヒー好きだよね。50, not 250. How many grams do you usually buy at a time? It depends on the store. For example, I think for 4 of the bags that I ordered, they're like 200 grams to 250 grams or 10 ounces. But one of the more expensive places that I ordered from, they are only 125 grams. They're small doses, so I mean small bags, so they're a little bit more expensive, right? So it really depends. そうですね、場合によるなんか袋はなんか結構なんか高いなら普通になんか125グラムだけど、普通になんか200グラムの豆を買ってるよね。Where do you keep all your beans? I mean, I don't really have that much right now. This bag on the right that I introduced today is the only bag that I have left. I don't like accumulating a lot of beans because then they can go stale, right? Usually, like, you can go up to like 7 or 8 weeks to let the coffees rest, and that's fine. But I usually try to avoid accumulating too much. So this time, I only have 1 bag left until these 6 bags I ordered start arriving slowly. But as a good Latin American, I keep my coffee beans on the dishwasher. I keep the bags on the dishwasher.じゃあ200 times 6ってこと？あ、違う。125? 2回も買ったから。200 times 4ですね。Sino como buen latinoamericano, guardo mis granos de café en el lavaplatos. Es un lugar seguro, es un lugar que se mantiene seco y no muy cálido, así que es un buen lugar. No sé si... Pues sí, no, el estereotipo es que en Latinoamérica no usamos los lavaplatos, no los usamos para guardar cosas. Igual con el horno. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Latin America has this stereotype. This image that people do not use the dishwasher. People will wash the dishes manually, and then both the oven and the dishwasher are to store things. フリコの血がコーヒーになっちゃいそう。日常でそんなに飲んでないけどね。特になんか、 フリオがコーヒー豆をどこにストアするって聞かれたけど、僕はラテンアメリカ人通り、ディッシュワッシャーでストアしてるよね。ディッシュワッシャーは日本語で食器洗い機か。食器洗い機か。だって、ラテンアメリカ人がそのイメージがあるよね。食洗機とオーブンがあんまり使わなくて、じゃあいろんなことをストアしてますよね。皿なら、手で歩くよ。But yeah, no, I mean, it's a pretty dry and cool place to store things, so it's been working out pretty nice. そしてね、結構なんか、食洗機がドライだから、そしてクールだから、豆をストアするのはぴったりですね。I think maybe like more modern Latin American families are using dishwashers more, but since it's not something that we were introduced to, or because they were too expensive to afford for a lot of families, it's just not something that people are used to, right? So when they move into places that include it, they don't really use it. そうですね、まあ、ラテンアメリカなら、まあ多分、モダンの家族は多分使ってるけど、昔は、まあやっぱり食洗機が高くて、家族は全然持ってなかったから、なんかもう含まれてるの場所に引っ越しして、もう慣れてないし、まあやっぱり使ってないよね。スイッチをしないように気をつけてね。もうずっとこうしてるから。言わなくてもいいよね。大丈夫だ。I do think it's technically more hygienic to use the dishwasher though, right? So maybe one day I should actually start using it more. だけど、食洗機を使うの方が綺麗だからね、もっとクリーンだから多分。もっと使えば方がいいんじゃない？Do you store your coffee gear in cabinets or keep them on the counter? I keep them on cabinets right now. I would like to eventually get like a nice bar where I can store like my coffee gear and put it in like a nice light, but right now I don't have that, so maybe in the future it would be cool to have like a little coffee bar with my equipment prettily lined up, but not right now. Because of how hot the water gets. I mean, even when I'm hand washing the dishes, I use the hottest temperature available. You just get used to it. Okay, そうですね。ギアならキャビネットでストアしてるけど、いつかなんか ちゃんとコーヒーバーが欲しいから、そうやってなんかギアを、綺麗に並べるよね。だけど気をつけてね、大人だからもう大丈夫だ、大人だ。ずっと手洗いてるから。Depending on the place, yeah, the dishwasher does use a lot of electricity though. So you can save a lot of money. By washing manually. そしてなんか場所によってなんか電気のビールが高いから手洗いの方が安いかな。What do you guys use? What do you guys use though? Do you guys wash manually or do you guys use the dishwasher though? ¿Ustedes qué usan? ¿Lavan a mano o usan el lavaplatos? みんなはどうするの？小洗機使ってるの？手洗うの？ Manually a mano? You know what? Let's do a poll. アンケート立ちましょう。両方使うかな？両方がいいよね。I think that's like the optimal way of doing it, right? You use both. Let's see, how does it go? Okay. So far we're starting out and we have a big amount of manual dishwashers here. I have to say, being completely honest, I'm a little bit relieved. I was expecting for people to say, Frio, you hand wash your dishes? In 2026, you're nasty. That's disgusting. Something like that, you know, but both? Both is a good option, right? Yeah, you're right. Both is a good option. 確かに両方がいい選択だから、ちょっと待ってね。You're right. 確かに。There you go. I mean, as long as you're hygienic about it, it's fine. But yeah, no, I was expecting to maybe get judged or something. Both is increasing a little bit more this time. いやそうですね、なんかなんかみんなが主洗機使ってるのイメージがあったから、フリオが2026年でまだ手洗うのって、その反応を期待してたよね。多分一番いいのは両方かな。I think the most optimal is probably doing both though. Only in work, not in home. Because I mean, I think restaurants do both also, right? Restaurants have a lot of dedicated dishwashers. still. で、レストランなら、また、なんか手洗うの店員さんがいるよね。I think people rarely use the dishwasher all the time. Don't underestimate college students. Muy de flojo usar lavaplatos cuando estás solo. Uno pensaría, no, lo puedes ver de dos formas. Si estás solo, el lavaplatos es suficiente para lavar todo lo que necesitas, ¿no? Y no se te acumula tanto comparado a estando en familias, ¿no? Porque luego en familias se acumula tanto que el lavaplatos no... Bueno, depende del tamaño, ¿no? Pero sí, no, depende de cómo lo veas, yo creo. You know, when you're living alone, I think perspective could see it like, oh, you're too lazy if you're using the dishwasher all the time if you're alone. But you could also think about it this way, right? Like, if you're living alone, then that means, like, dishes shouldn't accumulate as much, so you can just use the dishwasher, so... It's interesting. You know, water bills and electricity bills are probably like the main deterrents from doing it all the time, though. そうね、やっぱりなんか、ビルが危ないし、両方がいいよね、バランスがあって。Interesting. Oh. Okay. 面白いですね。I see. So there's still plenty of people washing manually, so that's reassuring. ちょっと安心できるよね。いろんななんか手洗うの仲間がいるから安心できるよ。安心するわ。Chewing, guys, oh, you could hear it? 氷を噛むの音聞こえたのYeah, no. Personally, I am the person that personates while playing Persona. No, what I wanted to say is I personally am the kind of person that prefers to wash everything as soon as they use it. So if I'm cooking something, if I am using my gear, I wash it immediately. I don't know, like letting things accumulate, so I will wash things as soon as I am able to wash them. Even while cooking, even before eating whatever I cook, I'll wash it. Or I'll wash it while I cook. Because otherwise it's just, I don't like accumulating things. そうですね、やっぱりなんか、僕は普通に、料理やコーヒーは何かしてたら、まっすぐ洗うよね。そうやってたまらないから。保つのは嫌だ。保つじゃなくて積もるよね。そうやって積もらないから。It's also just like unpleasing to look at like dirty dishes, right? I don't like seeing them, so. The only exception would probably be like some pans that need some resting time with hot water to make it easier to clean, but other than that, I'll try washing them as soon as possible. But in generally, that's like kind of like a personality trait that I have, not just for washing, you know. If I get a message, an email or something, I feel like I need to reply to it right away. I don't know. I like getting things over with, I guess. That can be a good thing, but that can also be like a bad thing, you know, because let's say I'm doing something or I plan on doing something and then I get a message that I can completely answer later. I sometimes will just sacrifice whatever I was planning to do to like reply, you know, just because it makes me feel at ease. そうですね、僕がなんかこなしていくはこんな感じですね。ただなんか洗うだけじゃなくて、メッセージとか作業とか何かを返信しないといけなかったら、まっすぐ返信しないといけない気がするよね。時々なんか多分何かを言おうとしてるのにメッセージが来たら返信しないといけないって気がするから待った方がいいけどまっすぐ返信するよね。メリットもデメリットある。Even if it's not work related, yeah. Unless it's like something that for example, if I'm like at work, right? If I'm streaming or something, of course I won't reply while I am streaming, but if I am able to and it doesn't interrupt something important, then yeah. もちろんなんか配信中とか大事なことをしてたらもちろん待つだけど。すぐやるのが好き。I just go something like I can come up with a nice answer, but if you're not ignoring it, but you're actually like trying to think of an answer, is it really ghosting? I guess if you keep them waiting for long, maybe they could see it as ghosting, but no ghosting. Let's learn from the living, not from the ghosts. But yeah, it's not something that I think it's like a virtue or anything. I think it has its merits and demerits, and I think part of being responsible, part of being a functional adult is knowing when you have to wait and knowing when you have to when you can answer right away, because otherwise it can affect other plans, you know, and it can end up like maybe making you sacrifice some things for the sake of others. But it's important to have a balance, and it's important to value yourself as well. So I wouldn't say it's something that it's completely good. けどやっぱりなんかデメリットあるよね。全部をまっすぐ返信するよりなんか一番なんかおとなしくのはまっすぐ返信できる時と待って方がいいの時をちゃんと理解するの人が一番いいと思うよね。だって時々慈愛が大事だからバランスいいよね。 different people have different ideas of what responding late is, so I try and keep track of who needs answers quicker. Yeah, I mean, I think it's different also when it's a work scenario, when it's like a friendship scenario, right? I think when it comes to friendships, even though I like replying, I like replying fast when it comes to like just conversations, friendships, relationships. I do not expect it back because, I mean, when you're at a certain point in the adult life, things happen, people get busy, and there's things you have to prioritize, right? And it doesn't mean they hate you. It doesn't mean that you're getting ignored. It doesn't mean they don't value you. It just, everyone has their own lives, and I think unless there's something really urgent, it's better to assume that it's not that people hate you. It's not that you're not important. It's just people are busy, you know. So yeah, unless I have a reason to, I probably won't assume there's a problem. And usually, this is also another thing, right? I feel like once you're on a certain level of adulthood, if there's a problem, you communicate it. So there's no point in thinking like, oh, they're not replying, do they hate me? I want to trust at least the friendships and the relationships that I have built right now, that if there's a problem, it's something that they would communicate. Days go by too fast too? Absolutely. Whenever you're busy, days go by super fast. Absolutely.けどそうですよね、まあ僕がなんていうの、即レス好きだけど、逆に仕事じゃなくて、なんか関係とか友達とか家族とか、あれを全然期待してないよね。だって大人の生活は忙しいから、みんなのペースが違くて、そしていろんなことがあるし、心配しなくて方がいいよね。現在の友達とか関係とか、なんか信頼があるし、そんな深い意味じゃないかな。なんか返信が来なかったらよね。何かがあれば大人らしくちゃんと話すからよね。初見です。いらっしゃい、いらっしゃい。This is not necessarily a complaint, but I think it's a funny coincidence sometimes, though. It's kind of like, has this happened to you guys where like you are, whenever you're free, just being idle or just doing whatever, it's pretty uneventful the moment you're doing something, the moment you get food to eat, the moment you start watching like a movie or something. That's where like suddenly a bunch of messages start coming up and it's like, what? Now? And I mean, there's no way they would have known, right? They cannot read our minds and they don't know what they're doing, but it's just a funny coincidence that's like, oh wow, now it's happening. I'm always happy to reply that, so it's not a big deal. I'm just like, that's a funny coincidence. その偶然がよくあるよね。時々なんか、暇の時が、全然何も来ないけど、何かやってたら、そのなんか、急にいろんななんかメッセージが来るよね。なんで今の完全に偶然だけど、面白いと思うね。全然文句じゃないよね。ただ面白いと思う。Sometimes it happens before bed and then I feel like I have to stay up and talk to them. Yeah, this is what I mean when it's like replying always immediately is not always the best thing to do because if you need sleep, you need to prioritize that. Of course, if you can communicate, hey, can we talk later? Sorry, it's like I gotta go to bed or something. Or if it's a bit difficult, then you can always like I don't know. I feel like most messaging platforms have like a little message you can put as a status. You can put that sleeping, unavailable right now, and it makes sense, right? Because then if you start replying, sometimes you want to like close the conversation politely, right? So you have to like you kind of want to see it through, you know. Sometimes you genuinely feel bad to leave people when they genuinely need you or something. Relationships, life is it's like a balance, you know? Give and take. You cannot just take and you cannot just give. There are gonna be times where like you have to put that on the scale on case by case. You cannot generalize, and then you decide what you prioritize on that moment, right? Sometimes there is no clear right answer. What's important is just to remember that even if you decide to like dedicate maybe dedicate a little bit of time to help someone out that's been there for you before, just remember that. Just remember that it's also important to look out for yourself. There's no right answer, and it's always good to be considerate of others, especially of others that do stuff for you, you know? It's good to be empathetic, yeah. そうですね、まあ、関係はなんかスケールみたいですね。時々、なんか、何の方が、なんか、その場合に大事にするかな。相手はせっかく自分のためにいろいろ手伝ってくれるから、じゃあ今回は切ってくるよ。あれはもう大丈夫だよね。なんか正解の答えが時々ないけど、ただ、それでもなんかバランスがあって、慈愛もあって大事ですね。まあ、僕がそう思う。This is just my opinion, by the way. ただ僕の意見だ。It may sound like I am speaking in absolutes, but I'm just speaking my mind. I don't know. There was a little bit of like opinion sharing in this coffee today. そうそうね、ただ僕の意見だから、感染の事実ではないよね。このコピーで多分意見出すのものがあったかな。 Notes of relationship balance and dishwashing in this brew. How about we do that the Spanish word of the day, dishwasher? I think it's gonna be a pretty useful word. じゃあ今日のスペイン語とは書線記にしようか。It's in Spanish it's pretty good, I think. I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty good. There you go. So it's lavaplatos in Spanish. It's basically the same as dishwasher, but just backwards. Platos is dish. It's technically plate, and lavar means to wash. So it's just dishwasher or plate washer in a way. そうそうね、結構なんか英語と似てるよね。Lavaplatos. あ、日本語間違えたか。Okay. Sorry, I got the... There you go. But yeah, lavar スペイン語で洗うよね。platos は皿。特になんかプレートだけど。lavaplatos. What would washing manually be in Spanish? Lavar a mano. It's basically to wash by hand. And then in Japanese, it's shokusenki. It's basically the kanji of food, the kanji of washing, or like washing machine or washing, and then the kanji of machine. So I guess even like in the Japanese word, the meaning is conveyed in the characters, right? My hand is a mano? Yes, that is correct. そうですね。手洗うはlavar a mano. 手で洗う。Is the S in lavaplatos mean it's plural? Yes, because you're washing multiple dishes. You're not washing just one dish. I know in English it's a dishwasher, but in Spanish it's a lot of dishes washer. Spanish is so similar to Tagalog. Yeah, we have a lot of similar words. A mano en japonés, ¿cómo sería? Sería te arau o te arai. Arau es lavar y te es mano. Así que es mano lavar, básicamente, ¿no? But yeah, I guess that's the word of the day today. じゃあ今日の言葉ですね。It's completely unrelated, but before I started the stream, I was rewatching the... I don't know, are you guys familiar with this anime show? It's called 彼女と彼女の猫 or She and Her Cat. I don't know why I remember that anime, so and it's pretty short. It's like 30 minutes long in total, so I was rewatching it. It's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice show. It was funny because while I was watching it like halfway in, Gatita just like joined me, and she was just like laying in bed with me. It's a pretty nice anime, but also it can be kind of sad, you know. 今日そうですね。まあ全然話が違うけど、配信始まる前にまあ、昔のアニメかな彼女と彼女の猫を見てたよね。途中でガティタがベッドに入ったけど、面白かった。本当にいいアニメですね。ちょっと悲しいけど、懐かしかった。Does Gatita react to cats in TV or in anime? She does not really. Not really. When she was younger, she used to like react to like birds on TV and stuff, but nowadays she does not. そうですね、ガティタがあまりなんかテレビのイメージがあまり反応しないよね。子猫ちゃんの時、まあ鳥の動画を結構追ってたけど、今はもうあんまりないよね。You watch in bed on your phone or a laptop or... I was watching on my phone because I wasn't planning on watching anime. I was just browsing stuff. And then I just saw it on Crunchyroll, so I just decided to watch. So it's pretty short, so... But yeah, the anime season is ending, so... Of course, it ends and then there's more, but kind of feels bad, you know? そうだね、今放送してるのアニメは終わってるよね。I believe, is it tomorrow or today that the last episode of, is it Witch Hat Atelier airs? So... It's kinda feels bad. It's over. Because anime you mentioned on most major streaming platforms, it's on Crunchyroll. I don't know if it, depending on the place, but yeah. It already aired? Oh really? Usually in Crunchyrolls they show up on Mondays for me, so... Probably have to wait one day. Wait, it was last week? It ended like that then? I didn't know that was the last one. Oh no. I thought, oh okay. Next week, next episode then. It didn't really feel like a season finale, so... Oh wow, they just stopped it right there, huh? It's crazy. そうなんだ。とんがり帽子のテリーはまだ続けると思ってたけど、多分今週のは最後だと思ってたけど、先週が終わったか。全然気づかなかった。 time to read the manga. If I read the manga, I won't watch the anime, so I'm probably gonna wait. Unfortunately. 悲しいね。教室も終わったからちょっと寂しいよ。最終回っぽくなかった。全然っぽくなかったね。Favorite Witch Hata Tele character? I like old Rujio. Nakamura Yuichi's character. It's pretty cool. そうですね、とんがり腰のテリーのキャラクターがならないとね、オルギオが好きよね。オルギオ。中村雄一さんのキャラクターですね。But I think all the characters so far are pretty likable. けどみんながいいキャラクターですね。Didn't even know the Witch Hata Tele anime was out. Well, season 1 is over, so you can binge it now. But yeah, no, the cast is really good. Natsuki Hanai as Kifri is also, I think it's pretty spot on to the image I have of the few chapters that I read for Witch Hata Tele a long time ago. I think he does a really nice job at portraying him. そうね、キャストがいいよね。夏木花井さんが結構なんかキーフリとしてすごかったね。少し実は昔少しだけ漫画読んだことあってイメージとぴったりと思った。But I heard some clips of like the English and the voice cast also, and I think they're all doing a really good job. So it's nice that we are getting really nice versions regardless of the language, right? そしてなんか英語とフランス語のバージョンを聞いてあれも良かったからいろんな言語で結構いい感じだって良かったね。I'm personally not much of a dub watcher though. What do you think of Tart as a character? Tartle's cool. I think it was mentioned last time I brought it up. Also, I think someone mentioned, "Oh yeah, Tartus episode reminded me of you." It's kind of, oh yeah, colorblind. So Freya, kind of. I guess people would make that not a connection, right? But yeah, he's nice. I like the arc they're building for him, or the route they're building for his character. そうそう、タルテンですね。確かになんか最初このアニメを話した時になんかタルテがちょっとなんか不利を思い出すね。僕が色覚異常があるからね。確かにね、その関係があるけど、まあいい感じですね。I'm just curious because you don't see colorblind characters featured so prominently in media often, but he's not colorblind. That's not how colorblindness works. That's the thing. If you are to compare something that Tarte would have, it would be achromatopia. That means the absence of seeing colors. Because he does not see colors at all, right? So that would be more something similar to achromatopia, which I don't have. I can still see colors, so it's a little bit more extreme, right? だけどちょっと違うよね。だってタルテさんがなんか色は全然見えないよね。英語ならアクロマトピアって言うけど、僕はただ緑と赤が苦手だけどね。だから同じじゃないけど、ちょっとなんか気持ちはわかるよね。少しだけ。あの悔しさ。まあ、悔しさより、まあ、だって、自分の色が、まあ、ずっと、その色で生きてたから、育ったから、そんなに問題なかったね。デザイナーとして、ちょっと、まあ、面白いところがあるけど、そんなに問題ないよね。But yeah, I mean, I think like there is things that I can relate, but it's also like at least when it comes to me and my level of color blindness, yeah, I see colors different and I confuse shades, but at least even as a designer, right? It's always just been the colors that I see since the beginning, so while I can empathize, it's not something that's like similar to my circumstances in a way, because I've been able to get away with my colors this whole time. I can still be a witch, yeah. そうですね、魔術師はまだなれるよ。But I believe Tartu can also become a witch, though. I believe in him. あ、でもタルテさんも魔術師になれるよね。信じてるよ。苦手があるだけ。そうそうそうそう。Among the girls, I like I think I like the whole cast, but from like the students, I like Riche. Agot has a pretty interesting character arc they're building also. But they're all nice. Coco as well as a protag, she fills the role really well. 上手のキャラクターですね。まあ、みんながいいよね。リッチャが、多分、リッチャが、アガトかな？アガトの、なんか、成長が、結構面白いと思って、まあ、リーチェの性格もいいよね。そして主人公としてココも素晴らしいと思う。まあみんながいいから。そんなになんか、特にこのキャラクターの強い気持ちがないかもしれないね。だってみんながいいから。Yeah, I feel like the whole cast is so good that I really don't have like a super strong feelings for a particular character though. I think it's just what makes the show so interesting is the interactions of all of them together and how they're all built up and how the show decides to, the writing decides to take its time and portray the interactions with magic, you know, and how it influences every character. But yeah, now, I guess now... I was looking forward to tomorrow. But I guess not anymore. けどそうですね。明日を新しいエピソード見るの楽しみにしてたけど。まあ、やっぱりないから。楽しみしてたものがなくなったわ。Time to find a new anime to watch now. Yeah, I think right now, I haven't been keeping up with 読みの使い So I think I am pretty much just watching Kami no Shizuku, which is the wine anime. It's a pretty chill anime. That one has 24 episodes, so it's not ending anytime soon. そうですね、読みの使いはまだ、最近は見てないから、最近ただ、神の雫しか見てないかな。あれは24話だから、まだ終わってないよね。結構なんか、落ち着いてるのアニメだけど、まあワイン好きだから、食べるときに見るよね。It's kind of like a chill anime that I watch while eating or drinking. But let's see, what's coming out next season? 次はどうか? What's coming out? Summer 2026. 夏のアニメか. Oh, okay, there's a new Bleach season. It's been a while. I haven't caught up with the anime. 最近ブリーチのアニメ見てないけどね。Let's see what's coming out. Nige Josu no Wakagimi. Oh, the Elusive Samurai is coming out. I really like that one. I'm definitely watching that one. Nige Josu no Wakagimi が好きだわ。新しいのシーズンが絶対見る。Demon Souls the Shadow Realm is pretty good. I ended up dropping it. I don't know. Maybe it was too slow paced and I need to pick it up later, but I haven't been keeping up with it. Season 2が来るんだ。いいじゃん。Let's see what else is coming out. Kimi ga shinu made koi shitai. I think I read the manga for that. I don't remember. But that one, the art style looked interesting. あれを、漫画読んだことあったかな覚えてないけど。面白そうだったね。I think that one's like a GL, right? あれは GL だと思う。I don't remember if I read it though. Maybe not. 多分読んでなかったかな。どれどれ？タイトルは君が死ぬまで恋をしたい。Yeah, I think maybe next season I'm definitely watching the Elusive Samurai and then we'll see. I'll see what goes after. And then if I can catch up with Bleach, then maybe I can continue what? Wait, Cyborg 009 is getting a new anime? What? ちょっと待って。009サイボーグ サイボーグ009って言うんだ、日本語で。あ、なるほどね。Whoa, I used to watch that as a kid. 子供の時、あれを見てた、昔の。Whoa, that is so nostalgic. 懐かしすぎるよ。I didn't know there was a new anime coming out. 新しいアニメを出るの知らなかった、全然。I'm watching that one for sure. あれは絶対見る。Crayon Shin-chan オーラの妖怪 vacation. There's gonna be a Shin-chan special. Shin-chan のスペシャルが来るんだ。The Riven Hero. The art style looks really cool. 疑問のヒロは面白そう。That one looks cool also. With and it's also like a Tezuka Osamu work being adapted. Ah, that's probably gonna be good then. オサムテスカさんの作品だ。リボの騎士。そうそうそう。I mean, there's a few things to look forward to then, right? じゃあ、楽しみするのことがあるよね。いいじゃん。If you guys haven't seen, I think it's on Netflix, Pluto. It's an adaptation of another one of Tezuka Osamu's works. Very much recommended. I really like the manga and the anime. そうですね、まだ見てない人に、Netflix であると思う。プルートおすすめ。おすすめだ。漫画もアニメが素晴らしい。Yeah, Sekiro's getting a new anime soon also. The animation looks really cool. 確かにね、Sekiroのアニメも出るよね。Okay. Cool, then there's definitely stuff to look forward to then. I'll come back with my animes that I'm actually watching report and a few coffee satsus maybe. じゃあ多分後でコフィサさんで何を見てるのリポートが教えるよね。コフィサさんで。Thank you for super chat. Thank you very much. Speaking of animes that are coming out, maybe it's time for the super chat reading section to come out. That was a terrible segue. I was trying to think, how can I segue into it? Oh wait, no, let me try it again. Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to, huh? For next season. Just like how you guys can look forward to the next stream because this stream is gonna be ending soon. That's way better, right? That's such a better segue. So we can leave it like that. そのセグウェイちょっとそのになんか強くなかったから、またやってみますね。楽しみ増えたよね。そのみたいに、じゃあ、この配信がそろそろ終わるから、次の配信を楽しみできるよね。As for next week, what can I spoil for next week? We have the live, the tournament, the concert. The concert in Thailand. The Rhythm Sphere, so anyone that's gonna be attending or watching live will be under your care. Really excited for the live. And then to prepare for the live event in Thailand this week or next week, depending on the time zone, I'm gonna be playing Kukiyomi with Sable. We're gonna be playing the Thailand version of the game so that we can get used to reading the room in Thailand as well. So Kukiyomi with Sable is gonna come back. いやそうですね、まあ今週のネタバレねの予定はやっぱりなんか今週はタイのイベントがあるよね。タイのライブ。現地と配信見るの皆さんをよろしくお願いしますね。それを準備するために今週セーブルとコラボしますね。タイバージョンのクッキー読みを一緒にやります。久しぶりに。ずっと日本のやつやってたから今回はタイのクッキーを読むのを頑張ります。I wonder how we will do. どうするのは全然わからんね。If I'm correct, that collab will be on July 2nd. So Thursday at 5 a.m. Pacific time or 9 p.m. JST. So you can look forward to that. 今日そうですね。あれは木曜日に行いますね。日本の21時に。Anything else? We're probably gonna be playing another horror game. And I don't know, maybe I'm trying to think, do I want to include Street Fighter? I've been playing the Street Fighter off stream, trying to rank and get better, so maybe I can do another Street Fighter session as well. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Rhythm Heaven also comes out. Mina, I need to continue as well, so we'll see. I'll think of the schedule, but we'll see. We have the live, so I probably will be having to rest a little bit more and prepare beforehand, right? So we'll see. Because also ね、今週なんかやりたいことが多いよね。ストロークをやりたい。そして今週はリズム天国が出るよね。あれもやりたいけどみんなも好きだよね。でもライブがあるから多分そんなに忙しくないかな、配信で。わからないよ。ライブをちゃんと準備したいから、まあスケジュールを教えますね。 リズム天国やる？今週やらなかったら来週やるよね。If I don't do Rhythm Heaven this week, I'll do it next week. But yeah, we'll see on the schedule. Anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna be reading the super chat, so thank you so much, everyone. じゃあ、というわけで、スーパーチャットを読ませていただきます。ありがとうね。Meaver, thanks so much for the super sticker. Thank you very much. マクロさん、スーパースティッカーありがとうございます。レモンクリームさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。ペピさん、スーパースティッカーありがとうございます。しおりさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。そろそろね、暑い夏はまだ来ない気がするけど、多分、そろそろかな？ありがとう、ありがとう。まるさん、スーパーチャット、スーパースティッカーありがとうございます。本猫さん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。アニメの話楽しかった。よかったね。Ray, thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, please, this recipe should be super forgiving because we're using the wave filter, so very much recommended. そうですね、このレシピはやっぱりなんか、ウェーブカッター、フィルター使ってるし、結構、入りやすいよね。だからおすすめだ。ゲルメさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。素敵な6月でした。Thank you very much. Yeah, no, June is ending. Yeah, it was a wonderful June. Thanks so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for the June full of collabs and activities. コラボがいっぱいの6月ありがとうございますね。Mi-chan, thank you so much for the super chat. Terimakasi. Can you recommend me a drink for hot season? Perhaps share your favorite. If it's not iced coffee, I really like I don't know if it's something that's accessible there. Probably, yeah. I think if it's Southeast Asia, it's accessible. But hibiscus flavored water, and a hibiscus infusion, an iced hibiscus infusion is so nice. In Spanish, we call it agua de Jamaica. That's super refreshing. So, I can recommend that. Or something else that's probably easier to do. A nice cool lemonade with chia seeds. It's always super refreshing as well. そうですね。暑い時になんかアイスコーヒーじゃなくて、ヒビスカスのアイスティーじゃないけど、なんていうの。スペイン語でアグアフレスカって言うよね。なんか、ハイビスカス味のウォーターみたいな感じだから、結構爽やかですよね。それは難しかったら多分、チア種のレモネードもおすすめできるよね。Infused water, it's kind of weird to explain it. We call it like waters in Spanish. Agua de Jamaica, agua de horchata, agua de limón, but it's not the same as juice and it's not the same as tea. So the best thing I can say is look up maybe agua de Jamaica and see if it's able to be made or drank or obtained in your area. そうですね。だって、スペイン語でアグアって言うけど、ジュースもティーじゃないから説明難しいよね。多分、スペイン語の名前を調べたらいいかな。Susu, thanks so much for the super sticker. Thank you very much. 謝謝に。Dempsey's, thank you so much for the super chat. 謝謝に。Thank you very much. Thank you for coffee, Zatsu Kapitan. Can't wait for your upcoming schedule. Hopefully you can watch you play Road to Empress one day. Unfortunately, Road to Empress includes some scenes made with generative AI, so I am probably not gonna be playing that. I'm sorry for that though. I think a lot of libraries did play it without knowing, and it seemed to be a lot of fun though. Yeah, thanks so much. Thank you. Akaivara, thanks so much for the super chat. No sabía eso, no, parece que muchos no se dieron cuenta y la página de Steam no lo dice. Así que es desafortunado, ¿no? Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because the Steam page does not mention that it includes it, but yeah, it seems like it does. Thank you for the coffee, Zatsu. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to my new bags and experimenting with them. Thank you very much. I will do my best at the Rhythm Sphere. Speaker, thanks so much for the super chat. Switch to arigatou gozaimasu. I'm glad you enjoyed the collab streams. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Gin-san, super chat arigatou gozaimasu.はい、タイのイベントを頑張ります。ありがとうございますね。今日の配信を気に入って教えてもらってよかったわ。アイビちゃん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。Thank you very much. いいじゃん。シルクソングをエンジョイしてね。頑張って。Ryan, muchas gracias por el super chat. Muchas gracias. Digo, el super sticker, muchas gracias. スーさん、スーパーチャット、スーパースティッカーありがとうございます。Thank you very much. モンチョさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。いいよね。楽しみしてるアニメがあって。リン・オシロさん、スーパーチャット、スーパースティッカーありがとうございます。Thank you very much. メガシークネ、thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you very much. おつおつ。Thank you, thank you. Prequel, thanks so much for the super chat. Salamat po. Congrats on the 1-year badge. Thanks so much for supporting me for a year. Very much appreciated. I'll continue being under your care, okay? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, June really flew by. It really does not feel like the Mario Kart tournament was this month, you know? It feels like it was like 3 months ago already. そうですね、今月、マリカ大会があって、全然感じてないよね。なんか、3ヶ月前ぐらいと感じてるよ。It feels like it was so long ago now. まさはねさん、スーパーチャットありがとうございます。タイムアウェイハマイカ飲んでた。いいじゃん、美味しいですね。いいじゃん、いいじゃん。じゃあ日本で帰るのはよかったね。Ella Lacey Bone Min, thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you very much. Have a nice summer trip. Happy summer, everyone. Happy summer. And also, next month we have this coming month we have the Koshien. It's gonna be really exciting. We have we always have a really nice set of captains, but this year also it's gonna be, we have a few people becoming captains for the first time. So that's gonna be really cool, right? I'm really excited to see the draft. そうですね、そろそろ甲子園の試技が来るよね。なんか初めてのコーチの監督が ぱいいるし、楽しみしてるよね。ドラフトが楽しみしてるわ。Yeah, and I think, yeah, Fuamindo Senpai and Furen Senpai are coming back after like 2 years or 3 years of being a captain last time, so it's gonna be interesting seeing the return as well. そうですね。フワミナト先輩とフレン先輩、なんだっけ、2年ぶり、3年ぶりから監督に、また監督やるから、あれも楽しみにしてるよね。イエン監督も初めて、確かにメルコ先輩ね。That's true, we're having the first EN coach with a Melko senpai, so that's gonna be interesting as well. Time to project all my experience in baseball once again this year. And by all my experience, I mean all the seasons of Diamond no A's that I watched. 今回も野球の経験を全部使わないといけないね。野球の経験はダイヤのエースを見てたのシーズンですね。Okay, I think I was able to read all the super chats, so thank you very much everyone for joining me today. We're gonna be calling it a day here. I'll see you guys maybe on Tuesday, maybe on... probably not on Wednesday. So yeah, maybe on Tuesday, probably Tuesday. See you guys, and take care. 今日そうですね。まあそろそろ終わらせていただきます。多分また水曜日に会いましょうかな。またね、バイバイ。Hasta luego, chicos. We're gonna be redirecting to Banta Senpai's Handcam Banta Crew Pancakes stream an hour early. So enjoy the pancakes. Banta Senpai のパンケーキ作るのハンドカムにリダイレクトしますね。パンケーキをプロベッチョ。プロベッチョガイス。まだ始まってないけどね。待機所に行きましょう。